Good, no errors. Ah. Alrighty. It's hump day.
Yes, it is.
Quiet on the set.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. And no other friggin' better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, two idiots who misinterpret the news so you don't have to. The dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another glorious edition of Launch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the Shroud of the Avatar news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours and other people's.
That's right.
Question everything.
Question everything like no QA notes.
You
no
may have been lied to.
Pre-release.
You may have been lied to multiple times.
You think? I don't know.
Yes, but if you do ! I love free shit, you can get in on the giveaways because mine is open. I don't know about Laz's.
Oh, yes.
Laz's is open.
They are open on both sides, so make sure you get in on the action. And of course, we give away mystery game keys at the end of the show, but if you want to get yourself your personalized mystery game key, all you got to do is donate 300 bits and we'll give you one. And of course, every multiple of 500 bits comes in, we'll either continue the news, but we'll also do an additional giveaway to get you some more. The most toxic boys on Twitch, the best train wreck on the internet, the Mainers.
How are we toxic?
I don't know. Yeah.
So, I mean, other than the fact that
we tell the truth. Yeah, that's why. The truth is toxic. That's what it is.
Yes. Facts are frequently toxic to people that have the sunk cost fallacy, or they are sycophants, or delusional, or um, it's problematic, man.
Yeah,
It,
manage triggered,
the
man. Manage triggered.
observations, yes, the observations are there, and we have backed them up with receipts. And occasionally we do get things incorrect,
Thank you,
but
man.
we are willing to admit us being
Yes.
wrong.
If we fuck up, we say we fuck up. We're not perfect. Sometimes we do. Not often, but we do.
Yeah.
But anyway, welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Wednesday, May 24th, 2023, here on NBNN News. And of course, no release notes, pre release, no QA patch notes to speak of this month whatsoever. Makes you sit there and scratch your head wondering, WTF, man? What the fuck's going on? Usually we have some inkling as to what to expect for this release. The only thing that we know is that they're going to start the patching early this release and every release
Yes.
hereafter. That's about the
Yeah,
only thing we do
they're
know.
gonna start patching at 9 a.m. instead of at
Dr. DDT says mystery
8 a.m.
patch. Yes.
Yeah. We have all seen Laz fuck up. We have all seen me fuck up. We have
No,
also seen us
fucked,
sit there.
fucked up, not
Oh,
fucked up.
oh.
Yes.
Yeah, Laz has never seen me fucked up. Y'all have never seen me fucked up.
That's words. That's where words matter, there, Jack. That's where
Yeah,
words matter.
sorry.
Yes,
Yeah, lots of people have seen Laz fucked up.
I've gotten, yeah, I've gotten a little wrecked a couple times in my life, just once or twice,
Yeah,
like every time I go to
yeah,
Austin.
yeah. How many times have you seen me drunk, Laz?
Never.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, you can't do what I do.
Well, I have done in the past. Some of them.
Yeah, but
Yes.
again, yeah, not in the quantities.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have a beer or two. You can have a cocktail or two, but I don't think your body could handle the copious amounts of alcohol I've been able to partake in.
Well,
Of
it
course, I
would.
don't do
It
that much
would,
anymore.
but I probably would not be waking up the following morning.
Yeah, well, there
Yeah,
is that.
but it would be a great time going out. Yeah.
Dr. DDT says he gets lit off 2 sips of wine. Lightweight. Wow.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I was gonna say that's a cheap date. There you go.
Yeah.
That's a cheap date for sure. But anyway, we had a topic we were going to get started on yesterday, but I didn't think we had time, so I think we're going to kick off today's show with said topic.
Yes. Which is Solo Adventure XP, fun and efficient farming spots.
Because playing solo is the way to go.
Yes.
And what the
Preface.
hell?
Hi, all. This is Snorri / Davlin Olafson in game here. I know UO Soda are based around role playing and theme, but I'm also enjoying min maxing and efficiency in RPGs or MMOs. So to me, this is a fun aspect of these games. I made an alt a few weeks ago and realized how spoiled I was to start my main journey in the midst of double XP and had groups galore to join. What are some of your solo adventure experience farming spots? From searching the forums here, I saw mention that people seem to think that it's easy to hit the XP cap solo. But I certainly have no idea how to achieve that, and there wasn't the purpose of the threads where I saw it mentioned. Right now, the best I can think of are the Trolls Bridge for the daily and easily knocking the low HP trolls down, and then Tenebrous Harbor, infinite spawning pirates at the docks. My alt's adventure level is only 53 right now. but I do have him completely twinked out and working on fire, air, light armor, archery, tamer, death, life, earth, swords, art ranged, heavy, light, wrestling, every single fucking
Tactics, yeah.
skill build. Yeah. Conjure Dragon missing the point with daily quests. Tirag with greetings. I think you will get a lot of different answers depending on level and build. Some of the places I send lower level players to gain XP on their own. The Cobalt Expeditionary Camp, Naryard Woods, fast respawn
Cobalt
and great loot,
Expeditionary
especially.
Camp is a really good place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Especially
DRW.
if you.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes. Fast spawn and great loot, especially if you sell drops to tag match vendor. Be sure to bust all barrels and crates as there are several arties to be had. Deep Ravenswood, if you're just after XP, stick to the spider area. Fast respawn and lots of mobs. If you harvest the corpses, spiders give quite a few valuable items that can be sold. Elysium Mines, Exeter Crag Mines. Mining is a great way to make adventure XP, plus that added benefit of crafting XP and a hot commodity to sell. Silver/gold ore. Ooh. Gems also sell well to NPCs, so mine those for extra gold pieces. The key is Meticulous, which gives you adventure XP.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, because Meticulous Collection giving you adventurer XP is some fucking Shroud math. Applying the XP to the wrong place.
Brad, Matt.
Shroud math. Spectral Mines, the Death Bunny Caves. When the Death Money is sleeping, it gives lower level XP farmers a great place to gain XP. Combat the Lepus zombie waves in the Death Bunny Caves. Out in Sequanis Colossus, the Shrine of Love wave battle. A great wave battle to gain loot and XP. And East Sanctus Forest. This one may be a bit tougher for you, but the Naughty Brats have been sought for their rewarding XP. There are many more places, so hopefully more suggestions will come. I am sure you will find at least one of the above worth your time. Safe travels. The XP cap is what? 4 million XP an hour? For attenuation?
Attenuation. It's been so long I forget. I thought it was like 7.
Yeah.
Anybody out there know what the actual number is? Where's Bridge Troll when we need him? Tina might also know that answer. Yeah, I know. It's been so long since I've done it, Bridge Troll. I tell you what, it's like I used to know what that was. Thought it was 16 million.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think it's that high, Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Mom, any thoughts on that one?
I'm actually a Knight Rider. 16 is the number in my head.
16, really? I don't recall it ever being that high. Maybe during double XP, but
I don't know.
guess I'll have to ask that question to somebody who's actually out there all the time.
Yeah, I don't do those type of runs, but yeah, 16 is the number that's in my head.
Okay, well, it's up there, so let's just say that much. Let's just say that it's that much. So continue on with some people.
Some people can, for sure, in certain areas, but
For
they are
sure.
also very highly skilled. Don't be discouraged if you can't replicate their success. Some getting these skill levels that allow solo attenuation takes a long time. Soda is best served in groups. Start up an Adventure XP group in LFG and Advertising Universe. I am also always up for an adventure, so feel free to reach out to me directly. See my alts when I'm on. I've taken several players out on XP adventures of late. Berrigan, for the attenuation question, it's not easy to achieve that, and only certain builds can really get there. Tamers can do it, and fire mages can do it, but both of those take a lot of time, work, experience to get to that point. Frost 2, what exactly do you mean by XP cap? Attenuation, dude. Attenuation. Yes. Frost 2 saying, in fact, there's no player in Soda who can do it alone. I call bullshit on that.
Yeah, well, we know that
And
it's possible.
Berrigan also calls bullshit on that. Lots of people do it. Yeah, zombie room and tartar sauce. Yes, that is that is where I've seen lots of people do stuff.
Cast AoEs and let them wander around in circles as you chase them round
Yes.
and round and round and round.
As 30 of them spawn and barely ever hit you, yes.
Tina pointing out, he says he knows of none. It's not the same as there being none.
Yeah.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Yes.
And he doesn't know a whole lot, then. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Let's see. First of all, thanks for. I was more looking for an active way of grinding farming, but I should definitely make a route for my alt doing all the quick ones that just require turn-ins. This should be a good way for me to get started with about 300k a day for paintings, more paintings, coffins, toenails, Spindleskog Ruin, and Tanglemire. Aren't some of those daily quests like tier
That's pretty
8
much
and above?
pretty. I don't know about tier 8s, but most of them are
Like
just
the
daily
Spindleskog
turn-ins.
runes? That might even be a tier 10 scene. I can't remember.
I've never participated in daily turn-ins, so it was never anything that I really had interest in. Whenever I needed
Yes.
experience, I just went for an LFG and or just found the group that was out wandering about and joined up with them because I have no problem getting invited to groups and
Yes.
but I've been to the point where my character has what I need to do what I want to do, and until of course episode 2 is released, I'm not touching any of the episode 2 areas except to go out and mark them on on the map. That's about the only time I've been out to episode 2 is just to mark those towns that may be necessary for episode 2 when it gets released. But
you'll read the books when the series is complete.
Absolutely.
Yes.
There's nothing worse, and I tell you, it's funny that you mentioned that, is because I've gotten caught up over the years, and probably why I don't do as much reading as I used to. I mean, I've been known to put a 500-page book away in a single sitting at times when I was really wrapped up in a plot or a storyline or a series. And some of the things like the Wheel of Time, which, glad to see we've got season 2 of that coming out. But waiting in between books for those to come on out was just totally painful, and usually caused me to have to go back and reread a previous book, and several other series along those lines where you're just waiting for the next book to come out. So, because if I get caught up in them, I like to go straight through, all of them in sequence instead of, waiting several months or even several years in between releases. You know, Dr. DDT, right? You know what I'm talking about. I mean, I used to spend time, waiting for the next book in the series, waiting for the next
Hey.
book in the series, and this is before Amazon. I used to actually go at a Barnes and Noble right nearby, and would have
and
like
pick up based off of the cover art.
No, it was like
Laz was a binge reader. Not anymore. Whereas I read like 2 hours a night every night.
Well, I do most of my reading now on the internet. So, I mean, I don't read any books as it may be. I have plenty in ebook format, but it's not quite the same as holding the physical book. And I just really haven't found anything Oh, here's I think I got this here. Let me put this in. I saved this for just the occasion. Here it
Mm-hmm.
is. Let me drop this into Discord because you will get this, and this is me to a T. So let's put this up on screen. I'm going to drag this over. This is from yeah, the Heinlein page on Facebook.
Yeah.
Me owns
Owns 227.
227 books I haven't read yet. Me buys 3 new books. Me reads entire Heinlein library over again. Yes, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was always me. I'd be into something and then it would get me back onto something in a book would throw me to go. Ooh, I remember something about something like that in Heinlein. Let me go back and read all those.
Yeah,
So
well, I am in the process of rereading the Midkemia stuff, thanks to uh, that going to end up being one of the next series that's adopted for television slash Netflix.
I'm sorry. What's that again? I didn't quite catch that.
So Midkemia with like Pug the magician. If you ever read that stuff,
No, I haven't.
if you don't know the name Pug, then it's the Rift War. So yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
rereading all of that, and I think I'm like 13 or 14 books into the series right now,
yeah.
maybe
Now, of
more.
course, I wouldn't mind going back and rereading the whole Wheel of Time, but that's what
I did
13,
that
14, 15
I did
books.
that last year.
You know,
I did that last year.
I mean,
Like before or 2 years ago, when before
Amazon
the series
release.
came out. Yeah, the Amazon series. So I reread the entire series.
Yeah, 14 very long books. Yes, each
Yeah.
one being about,
Yeah.
700 plus pages each. And those were,
It,
one of my
we,
favorite reads. But again, waiting for the next one, waiting for the next one, waiting for the next one.
yeah. But since Brandon Sanderson actually finished off the Wheel of Time series, that led to his Cosmere. Holy shit! I also enjoy Brandon Sanderson.
But moving back right along, his question out there was,
Great suggestions for tier egg. I just gave the naughty brats a go and eat sanctus for it, and they were really easy to mow down, but they didn't spawn very fast. Is it best to turn the circuit, or is a specific spot best to camp? Out in Elysium Mines, trying to keep crafting on my main since I have a good start on him. There's no way I can mine on 2 characters in one game. Haha.
yeah, that's
Are
not
you, are
true.
you sure you get adventure XP from Meticulous Collection?
But the question from the audience, Dr. DDT wants to know what's the fastest producer XP? And I think Tina answered
Mining?
that with rolled scrolls. Producer, not adventurer.
Oh,
Producer. Uh,
producer, rolled
definitely,
scroll.
definitely scrolls. Yes,
Yeah,
either rolled scrolls or just regular scrolls. But yes, definitely scrolls.
rolled scrolls.
Well, mining will get you producer experience, get you adventure experience, doesn't it?
No,
Does mining get you
producer.
producer? Okay,
Yeah,
but yes,
yeah.
yeah, like a giant. Yes.
Yep. If you build up a bunch of pulp, you can just queue a bunch and fire up Netflix. Yes, that is true. Um, and uh,
The
and
preferred
then
method.
DDT is like it gets you both on Meticulous because why does Meticulous Collection get you Adventurer XP? Shroud math.
Because it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, reasons. Kill zombies and make festering poison potions. Really good loop. There's an interesting one. I used to make poison potions back in the day, applesauce pants, but
Mhm.
again, poison potions leave quite a lot to be desired for usefulness and for sale. I don't ever, see anybody ever buying them, even when I was selling them. So I really, for a while I used that, but yeah, they got tedious and boring. So, like many other things here in Shroud, and when tedious and boring starts to settle in, then you know, what happens there. You sit on the lot all day. Yeah, festering is the only one that's useful against anything. Period. All the rest of them are pretty worthless.
Yes.
That's the only one that's really worth anything. Now, if we could, poison arrows like we used to be able to, because back in the day we used to have multiple types of arrows and used to be able to poison them with different poisons. We had fire arrows. We had, multiple different types of arrows before they changed their mind and said, nah, we're just going to make everything regular arrows. You know, even crossbow bolts. Even crossbows use fucking arrows, which is just as silly as all get out. Give me the old UO way of having to have different arrow types to use for different arrow, different ranged weapons. If you're using a crossbow, it had to be a crossbow bolt. If you're using a bow and arrow, it
Yeah.
had to be an arrow. Yeah,
Which is really funny because, like, in up to release 15, 16, 17, somewhere in there, you actually had different types of arrows that you had to carry for different skills.
yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was referring to.
Yeah.
Back here in
Yeah.
Shroud, we actually had
Yeah.
a fire arrow. We actually had a poison arrow. We actually had different types of arrows. I believe there was also crossbow bolts at one point.
Yes, there was.
Yeah,
Yes, there was crossbow bolts.
and then somebody had the bright idea of getting rid of all that and making flame arrow with the spell, and got rid of all the other stuff, and we never got poison arrows back. We never got crossbow bolts back. Everything just takes arrows,
Hey,
which of
man.
course are cheaper to buy than they are to craft. Why that is, I have no idea to this day. More Shroud math.
Shroud math?
Shroud math at its best. Yes.
Yes. Never craft your arrows. Always buy them. And Spectral Minds, I just formed the Easter Bunny to make an epic necklace, so I'm kind of over that area for a while. And then going to give the Love Shrine Wave Battle in Deep Ravenswood a go tomorrow night. Frost 2. Yes, I do mean what people generally refer to as attunement. I personally don't like this word for hitting the experience cap as attunement. To me, X is grinding faction rep and WoW, and attenuation is for measuring Ethernet strength. Jeff Buller says in this thread, he hits it in less than 30 minutes solo as an archer. And Berrigan learns from him in this thread. Ooh, so that is actually what I was referencing without going further back in the search results. Yes, people can do it. What do you think is ballpark adventurer level, skill level, whatever measure a level to get attenuation? 14 million XP an hour, especially wondering. So there is no attenuation before you hit level 100 for your character level.
Yeah, also good to point out. Anything under level
Yeah.
100, you don't attenuate whatsoever. You just keep going,
It's
keep
100,
going, keep
yeah.
going.
Yeah. So no attenuation level under 100. I thought it was 100.
Consensus at point is 110.
Yeah. I think I'm in only adventure 107, and I've hit attenuation before lots of times.
Yeah.
Of course, thanks to Shroud math, that is something that gets changed quite frequently.
Well, are you wearing some jewelry that bumps your adventure
Adventurer level?
level? Yeah, or
Probably not.
something like that, because there's plenty of odd things that you might throw on that might cause that to happen.
Yeah. Hey, Dr. DDT is Adventurer 105. So if someone wants to take him out and go attenuate with him, he can tell us definitively tomorrow. If he can find a group to go actually hit attenuation with.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, and as I saw mentioned, melee is kind of hindered in this regard, and true to that. What maximum do you think could be attained as a melee adventurer? Tirax, it's best to run a circuit. Be sure to go behind all and in all the buildings where Krampus spawns. There are several that spawn in and around the buildings, but won't if you don't get close to them. The circuit runs in and around the Krampus area and 2 paths down the hill in a bit of a V. It also sounds like you may be a bit more powerful. For a few of my suggestions, you might give these a try and see how you do. Ruined Keep with Naughty Trolls Need Love too. Lots more powerful trolls to slay here with decent XP and loot. Tartar Sauce, a longtime favorite of fire mages. There are crazy amounts of fast spawning and moving. And what did I just move? There. Zombies to kite and burn here, though you will need to find the secret door to the lower level first. Be careful, these zombies consume focus when they bite and will really move fast at lower HP if you get close. Directions to any of the main zombie rooms to XP farm from the secret door: descend into the depths, go north at the first intersection, west at the next intersection, and north at the end of that hole to enter the zombie room. Don't be afraid to try. You never know how powerful you are until you give it a whirl. One of Caltrops, Icefield, Lightning Storm, Psalm of Stagnation is recommended to keep them manageable.
Yes.
One of those.
And if you really need to
someone
figure out...
Someone actually mentioned using Caltrops.
Yeah, actually, over the last couple of days, I've seen caltrops mentioned a couple times through some conversations. And Conjurer Dragon, of course, points out some fallacies with some of these things. Let me see if I can't find that while we're working on this. But if anybody needs directions to find their way around Tartarus, there is a 3-dimensional resizable map available on the NBNN website where you can go and see exactly what's where and all that good stuff. So let me see if I can't find that topic. Caltrop.
Yes. And then you have a different number for what attenuation is in the next one with Vero. There are quite a lot of builds which can solo attenuation, 15 million an hour. Some very fast, some take longer. A few examples: without double XP, Tamer builds can solo attenuation 45 minutes in the Breach. Archers can solo attenuation 30 minutes in Spindle Spire, or Spindle Skog Mines, or whatever it is. Fire mages can solo attenuation in 20 to 25 minutes in Mirror. Earth mages can solo attenuation 45 minutes in the Rise. And requires a decent build, knowledge of decks, and some practice. It's not very simple, but it's not that hard either. More examples of build scenes to give, but there are the builds of fellow players I know who are doing these runs often. I prefer fire mages and builds and solo without double XP. So it's taking me 25 minutes without double XP.
Not bad.
Lowest AO guy who I've seen do it was adventure level 110 when he learned the run and started practicing. Berrigan, I can't achieve solo attenuation solo at 135. I get about 7 million per hour with double XP. That would be close. Attenuation is actually a little over 15 million. Can't count on double XP, though, as it seems to not be a thing now. No, we're still on double XP. We're always on double XP because double XP became the fucking normal. As an Earth mage,
people don't realize that
technique used. Yeah. Checking and said Earth Mage, if I can connect you with him for attenuation, run deck, build, stat, tactics, etc. Appreciated. Blah, 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 blah. Now we're getting to build differences. Can we skip the build differences, Laz?
I don't care. Can we?
Okay, we're skipping build. Because what is the purpose of this post?
XP?
I want to know what zones to go hunt XP in.
Yeah.
And he's currently adventurer 53, and we're talking about people that are adventurer level 110 plus. So
So how far
you
down we
guys,
going?
we are hold on. I had to scroll back up. Fucking A. It's like, seriously. Next page.
I guess the rest was
And we're
probably going
done.
to be builds, right?
Yeah, just builds.
Yeah. But,
Yeah, map lives matter. Maps told me they matter.
they matter.
Uh-huh.
Let me pull
Yes.
this up
Aim for
real
getting
quick.
all of your skills to 200. Because Shroud math. But Atos will be back in November. Then all will be back to normal. No. Remember, no one's going to notice that he is not around. Because everything is the same.
I'm looking. I know it was this guy.
What are you looking for?
For the topic on caltrops, because I got a chuckle out of it. And
The one that we covered last week or the week before?
no, this was in reference to caltrops versus a spell
Yes.
and not having.
Stringfellow Hawk is like, we got ghosted. Ghosted by Chris.
Oh no, not really. I mean, Chris liked one of Jack's posts
No.
just today.
He did?
Yeah, you don't pay attention to that stuff.
On what? On Facebook?
Yeah.
Hold on. See, my Facebook notifications don't include things like likes, so I have no idea. Which one did he like? The Wheel of Time one?
Which? Yeah, the Wheel of Time
Oh, he
one.
did.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
he liked the fact that the Wheel of Time has season 2 premiere date. He didn't like my person in drag.
Yeah. Well,
And he didn't like my Orwell and Huxley comparison. Yeah.
Yeah. For the life of me, I can't find it. I know it's in here, but oh well.
Yeah. So
As,
Chris did like that. Yes.
yeah, so we
But
know
he
he's
definitely
out there.
ghosted the
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
He ghosted the game.
We know he's out there doing other stuff.
We definitely know he's out hiking. And we also know it's like the 2023 vision statement, whatever you want to call it, they're going to be more open with communication. And there's going to be much more of it. And Laz, would you say
Yes.
that we have seen more or less communication this year than last year?
Oh, absolutely a lot less. Even though they promised more. After
Oh,
they
yes.
promised, how do I want to put this? They promised that they wouldn't post as much as to not promise so much, so that they would post more. But yeah, yeah, they can't keep it straight.
Hey, man.
We're not going to overpromise, but you know, But we're still going to break those promises.
Yeah. Oh, well, like Friday streams was, I mean, they couldn't even do that for a month. And yet I'm
Yeah,
able to do
that's
a
testing the
stream every
less
single
is
day.
more theory.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
well,
I mean, part of it is we have an idea of what we're going to talk about that day. We have select topics. And occasionally, if we're going to get off topic, we still bring the topic back to what we're supposed to talk about. Does Devil Kilt still work for them?
yes.
Yes.
He's actually still working on the. You're gonna love this one because. Hold on. Let's.
Which topic?
I was just talking to Econdas about this one.
Yeah.
Where is it? Where is it?
I mean, I know that he was trying to fix some Shroud math because balancing combat's going to fix everything.
The Death Shield problem. Let's go look at
Oh,
the Death Shield problem again because and
you mean the one that I said that it's working as
well, yeah,
intended?
is exactly. But Econdas made another post and references this. So let me drop this in here for you so we can have a good laugh.
Yeah.
And then after seeing this topic today, I pinged Econdas and pinged them with your answer. But
Yes.
you'll see Devil Cult's
I
answer to one of these.
Yeah, well, hold on. So the last one that we had was them ignoring my post, right?
Well, yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. But this is
Okay. Which post did you want to start off with?
start with this one, then with the link for the other one is in this post. So
Well, I scrolled up and down. Now I got to scroll back. So, are we going to reread everything in the Death Shield thing? The first attack in
not
PvPro
everything.
mode
Yeah.
is in no heal from the Death Shield. There seems to be a 20-second. So this is a change because it didn't used to. There seems to be a 20-second timer after the last hit with
This is
heal
a
results.
whole new post.
Okay.
And
Where a
as
subsequent hit
designed.
doesn't receive a heal, the timer seems to be tied to player with the Death Shield healing naturally without magic potions, etc. within the 20-second period. Steps to player A and player B both in Brave Coast. Player A casts 5 stack of Death Shield on themselves. Player B attacks player A from behind with a bow. Only damage is shown as the chat box. No heal from Death Shield to both players.
Well, first off, only one player who's got that shield on should get that, not both players.
Well, remember, the person that's shooting the bow is the one that's actually going to see that the heal. The player may not see it. And
Uh,
probably because your opponent is already full health, the health tick before the damage. Good point. Was trying to repro
thank
this
you, Merrick
report and
Dragon. That's
thought
what
I
I'm
found
looking
something.
for.
Oh.
We'll
Crowd
get to this
control.
in a minute. Yeah, we'll get to this one in a minute. Thank you, Merrick. I
Yeah.
appreciate it, buddy.
But go back to the one that I said where they're
Well,
like needing more info.
how about the answer from Devil Cult first off?
I read that.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Yeah.
Probably because your opponent is already full health and the health tick before the
Right.
damage. And
Right.
Econdas with a good point.
So we're going to go to Jack's answer.
Jack's answer, working as intended because Death Shield converts a portion of damage received from physical attacks to health. A
Physical attacks.
A portion. So that is Shroud math. So if you actually look at the glancing blows, it's actually healing for more than the glancing blow.
Portion.
But yeah, portion. Portion.
And then, of course, everybody goes on to ignore that. Nobody reads that. Nobody takes, the information that we hand them, on a silver platter,
Yeah.
by the way.
And then it's like, if you look above this, it's missing heals blow by blow. It's like, no, you're looking at the very first fucking opponent who's casting magical spells, which are not physical fucking attacks.
Yeah, disabling shot. No death ray.
Yes.
Yeah. Again,
Death Ray is a death spell.
not physical damage.
Yes.
Or perhaps air shield is on.
And Z actually saying auto attacks always register heals, even in my tests. It's other skills and maybe the faster fights that are issues going on. No,
you answered your
it is
own question.
It is converts a portion of damage received from physical attacks to health, not
Words
from
matter.
magic attacks.
Words matter. That's right.
Yeah.
And then they get into, I guess this is a Discord
Yeah.
chat.
It's like, oh, this is a bug.
Yeah, and then Econdis goes and I see Econdis checking.
Yeah.
And so I had to ping Econdis and go, dude, don't rack your brain. The answer is right there. Jack's giving you the answer, I'm giving you the answer. And I will share exactly what I said to him. Hold on, let me get here. And what I said was, and he says, thanks. I knew about magic, but I wasn't considering like aim shot as part of it. He'll do some more research tonight, but I answered this is the answer. Death shield heals physical damage, not damage and user skills, just plain old physical damage, not magic attack, not death ray, just physical damage. That's it. And he says he knew about that, and he's been busy. And I said, listen, I'm just trying to save you some headache and some time, but he's going to go ahead and run some other tests just to prove that point. And of course, I added, I wanted to save you some time ahead. We did this on the show. Jack posted the answer, but no one ever listens to us. Go figure, because we don't know anything. We've only been here since just about day one. We don't know anything about this game. But the other one concerning caltrops is this one, crowd control, thanks to Merrick Dragon. So let's bring this one up because you'll get a kick out of this topic as well.
I mean, and the fun part is, remember that we aren't the ones that ever know anything about the game, and we're the trolls. Oh, and applesauce pants is because they don't understand their own mechanics. Yeah, that was reported by their bug hunters.
Yeah. And whose videos are you talking about?
Adara Gaming.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. High level Lich's solo melee dragon battles. Yes. It's kind of like the dragon battles that we covered where they're one-hitting dragons.
Yeah, one hit arrow shot in the dragons.
It's like one-hitting a fucking dragon. Fucking Shroud math, dude.
But let's get on to crowd control here because this is just
comparing caltrops and Icefield. Icefield's description gives a radius of 7.5, while there is no radius description for caltrops, but it should have one listed. Icefield has a duration of 12.1 seconds at skill level 41. Caltrops to 18.2 seconds, which is strange as both have the effects that end earlier than the spell, skill, etc. Caltrops last for 18.2 seconds, but they're negative 50% movement, only 15 seconds. The remaining 3 seconds, the caltrops are just lazy. My caltrops have a physical damage listed, which sounds fine, yet the damage is 0. Is there a skill needed to hurt enemies with caltrops?
Not that I'm aware of. You're
Crickets.
just supposed to, yeah.
Crickets. Crickets. Shroud math is the answer. Yes.
Yeah. Or, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. That. Thanks for bringing that up there, Conjure, but no idea. Yeah.
They should trust top ranked PvP peers on the
On the game.
leaderboard, Jack.
Board.
You mean
Who,
like
who is
us?
it?
Like us?
Yeah, we're top 10 PvPers in Shroud of the Avatar. And we can do it in one fight. Who's the top 10 PvPer?
Yeah, see?
Yes.
Hold on. Let's open this up. Yeah. There it is.
Well, we
Top
can.
10 PvPers. Jackson assist at 6th.
Oh, yeah.
Me and 10th. Yeah, remember we saved that just so
Oh,
we
yeah,
could
yeah,
prove.
yeah. We saved it. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
did you save the one where I was number one?
No. This
Okay.
this is
Yeah,
just the giggles and grins one, just to show how easy it is to become a top 10 PvPer. It's not hard at all.
Shroud math.
Yes.
Shroud
Not hard at all. But anyway, yeah, Dwip says, seen you on the top 10 PvP ranks multiple times. Absolutely. Yep, because it's
Absolutely.
not hard,
Yeah.
especially when there's
Because,
only like 10 people PvPing, if that. Yeah.
last 30 days was like 40 or something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, caltrops, one of them things that, you know, we joke about.
Yeah, it's like I think I've used them once, so it's like I've never paid attention to them.
Let's see. What do we want to talk about next here? Because Conjure Dragon's been on a roll lately. A lot of these topics come from him.
The bank.
Want to talk about the bank? You want to talk about
Conjurer Dragon's taken over for crap. Who was the guy that was posting every single day that left because people said something bad on the forums about him?
Oh, I don't know. That list, that's a long list. Segalian?
Yeah. Yeah, Segalian, unfortunately. Yeah.
And
trying.
Drip, I gotta
tried.
ask a question. I didn't get today's clip. Nowhere in that clip do I see me getting anything in my mail. So you want to explain that one to me?
I don't know.
It's actually an old
Okay.
clip, but let's
Are
talk
you
about
ready?
the bank. The facial
Holy
expression?
shit.
Okay, I'll have to go look at that.
Okay, I use the bank a lot to store stuff and move it between my characters easier. However, despite already expanding the bank slot still available not once but several times, it always grows too small soon and requires manual curbing. One of the reasons is location. Every item sent into the bank has its location saved, and for that location does not automatically merge with the same items already in the bank that have different location listed. Silver ore merges without problems when merging manually, but if I have silver ore placed in Atos and silver ore sending to the bank in Celestis, then I have 2 items or even 3 when I put silver ore in the bank in Argoris. Some items in the bank that gather up over time are there half a dozen times in the bank. There is no consolidate stacks command like in the inventory to sum all of them up with 2 clicks.
Click.
Yeah, location has been useful as long as the bank was a local storage place and each bank's storage separate from any other bank. For role-playing reasons, I understood if it would be wanted to local storage again. As there is no local bank anymore, but only one bank saving the location where one puts something into the bank to create multiple stacks of the same item with different locations, no sense to me. Is the location only dub bank or something more sensible would be used that not mean that items put in the inventory from inventory would auto merge instead of having to manually merge the stacks later?
Well, there is a good reason for that, in my opinion. And
Only for lots. like a lot that collapses or something like that.
Well, not even, well, not even for that, but yeah, that for that. But say, yeah, because in the event of a lot in evictions these days, that goes right to um, the magic mover. So you know, the lot actually has you know, nothing to do with that for the bank wise, unless of course you demolish the whole lot. Now, if you're demolishing the whole lot and you just want to rebuild later on, then of course you want to know what items that came from what town so you can drag them back to that town. That's the only use that I've ever really found for them. Is if I take a lot, I've only got a little bit of stuff on it, and I don't want to put it in a magic mover, but I do want to either move it to another town without paying the cost of kodos to the game in order to do that, or I just want to redo it, but I don't want it the way it was. You send it to the bank and it says, okay, all these items came from this town, and now you know that those are all the items that you need to take to return to your new said setup. That's the only reason that I see a use for it. Um, why in the world you're using your bank for all this, I have no idea. Just put it in a fucking chest on your lot, dude. It's a whole lot simpler, a whole lot easier, and give your other characters permission on your lot. Um, yeah, unless you have one character living on the East Coast and one character living on the West Coast, which really doesn't make any sense to begin with either. Um, yeah,
Shrouded the half-assed design.
yeah, um, that's what lots and chests are for. Is we keep most of that stuff. The only thing I keep in the bank when it comes to that is yeah, make 4 chests. Make one for material, one or consumable, one for artifacts, one for junk, and make your bank at least 800 items. I think I've got like
Oh,
1,600 plus in my bank.
uh, then we've got Bridge Troll with "How dare you imply they designed at all?"
Yes.
Well, see, they did have designs, but then they threw them out.
And whatever was left over is what we're stuck with now. That's right.
And then they said, "Here's a quick fix. We'll get back to it later and flesh it out." And what did they do?
Nothing.
Never came back to
Absolutely
it.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, is so stacking items in and doing that, well, uh also Conjure Dragon, just for the odd sense, if you're opening the fucking bank in one place and you're dragging it in there, just drag it on top of the already existing pile. Why are you not merging it as soon as you're doing that? I mean, there's got to be something he's doing for that to actually cause that to happen. That, if you're opening the bank, you should just be merging the pile automatically. You shouldn't be just randomly just dropping things into the bank without, so if you're out mining in one area and you open your bank up and you're putting the silver in, well, just drag it to the silver pile. Why are you inadvertently just dropping it in there without,
Yes.
Dr. DDT says, when I open the bank, I drop everything from my inventory into the bank. Now, the only place I ever really run into that problem is, and maybe this is what he's running into, is when I buy items off of other players. If I have, uh, say, ore or wood scrap or kodos or whatever it is for sale with purchase orders on my vendors, when those vendors make those purchases from the players, they go to the bank and tell me where they come from, what town they were purchased in, and they don't stack that way. So, um, is that what he's having problems with? I don't know. But that's the only use case that I ever see that happen with. And of course, when I have those purchase orders, what I do is first thing I do is just run over. There's also another big solution to that. That's get yourself a bank box that you can carry with you or have on your lot, so you don't have to run to the bank, and then you can just sit there on your lot and fix that really quick. But that's the only other use case that I see is when people sell me items that I have, I'm buying, and they tell me where they came from. The bank
Yep.
box is why it's a problem. I don't, I don't see that, Tina. I got
Well,
one sitting on my
it's
lot.
it's kind of like the mail system, right?
Well, don't get me started with the only with other zero value items. There's like three different fucking value items for apples, for crying out loud, and none of them stack with each other. Why they haven't fixed that yet in this game, I don't know. And there's several other use cases on that as well, which is just ridiculous.
What about the crown of the obsidian that
Yeah,
are
the
loot drops having a
crowns,
value
yeah, crowns that you
versus
buy from the
the ones
store
from other shops?
compared to crowns that drop. Yeah, yeah, I know they don't care because they don't play their own damn game, and that's the problem is they don't know that and we tell them over and over, and then they find some any way to, just, oh, well, we did this to fix it. Or, okay, well, we just removed it. That was the fix. Instead of just taking the time to look at it and fix it. Um, so, uh, well, none non-tradable items should exist at all. Tina, you're preaching to the choir, my friend. You're preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And we got
Well, there was
everybody all
always
hyped
supposed to
up.
be the funny part was the controversy of the crystal sword. And that was the first non-tradable item because they realized it's a one hit, one kill sword that does 600 damage. That's all it is.
5,000
But it was
damage.
supposed to be 5,000 damage, whatever.
Yeah. And they were
Yeah.
tradable up to a point before.
They were tradable up until people were like, "Oh
Let me
my
buy
god, you
5
can!"
of them to kill
Yeah,
dragons. But again, I don't understand the logic. There is a very limited amount of these items in game. Let people trade them,
yeah.
let people buy them, let people use them, then they're fucking gone. Why did you
Or
have to go?
the royal edelberry uh, recipe,
That's
or
still
was it the
tradable.
seed that's non-tradable?
No,
The
those are
seed's
still
non-tradable, or it was.
they're still tradable. They're just not duplicatable anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was some
Yeah,
Shroud math there.
yeah. But it's really good shroud math is we're past our
Oh
time and
shit!
over time.
We
So
are definitely out of there. But Mandelkoff's getting the Steam key today for the game of Dun Dun Dun.
Knight of New Britannia and a Chaos version. Yeah, the Chaotic of New
Change
Britannia.
Ave.
Yugoku, you are our winner
Change
today.
a homeless survival experience.
Jigoku's gonna get Hidden Shapes, Cat Realm. Going out to Jigoku, congratulations to you. And of course, thank you all for joining us right here in NBNN. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with some release notes. Till then, I'm Laz,
I'm Jack.
and we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see
Bye
you
bye.
all tomorrow.